been a 12-week Blitz, Kathy. And so we are on week number 11, and everyone is working really hard. So what I did was I took all the top point earners, I put them in a raffle, and I'm going to let them ask you the question.
Okay, good.
Yeah, don't worry, I pre-screened the questions. So
That's all right. That's all right. I can answer anything. I can try anyway.
You're going to be fantastic. So guys, welcome to Blitz week 11. We have the amazing Kathy Coover on the call. She is my friend, mentor, role model. She is the co-founder of our company. She's one of the top business women in Arizona. I don't know if you know her story, but she was a former dental hygienist. Okay, like clean. That's why she has gorgeous teeth. But really, she's just incredible, you know, and really against all odds, she became incredibly successful. Her hard work, her passion, and I will let you guys in on a little secret. I've been in her shoe closet, and it's just as fabulous as she is. So I love you so much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Angela. You're so funny. You gotta have fun in this business, I'll tell you.
Absolutely. You gotta have a lot of fun. So I'm gonna ask Jennifer Burke to please unmute your line as quickly as possible.
I'm unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you perfectly. So
Awesome.
go ahead and ask Kathy your question.
Okay. Hi, Kathy.
Hi, how are you? Congratulations.
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, thank you for being here and doing this for us. We're so grateful.
I was looking forward to it all day.
Well, here's my question. So if you had 30 seconds to share this opportunity, just 30 seconds to quickly but compellingly cast the vision for someone, what would you say to them?
And this is, who am I talking to? A friend, or if they say, what is isogenics?
So in my mind, this was somebody that I run into at the gym, somebody that I meet in line at Starbucks. It's like a quick kind of on the fly conversation. How do you cast the vision for somebody, you know, who may not even know what this is, and you know, quickly in 30 seconds to a minute?
Well, I mean, obviously you start talking to them. And so I think that your excitement and your passion is one of the most important things. People and your energy, that's what people they'll listen to your energy. If you're boring and not excited, they're going to, you know, tune out. And if you talk too much, they're also going to tune out. So it's really excited. You could just say, look, I started my own business and I am so excited. I'm changing people's lives physically and financially. It is the best thing I've ever done, you know, and I'm looking for motivated people with a burning desire to change their position in life, you know, and that I come here to get coffee, to meet people, and you know, and that's what I do. I mean, I don't know, you know, if you're at Starbucks, but I mean, sharing your passion about that, and then they'll ask you more questions, and they'll say, well, what is it? And then I think it's important to really talk about our solutions. I mean, I would say Isogenics has solutions for weight loss, for energy, performance, vitality, healthy aging, and wealth creation. It's so exciting. There's so many options for people out there. Or there's other things you can say too. I'm working this side hustle that's really changing my life. It gets me up every morning. I'm so excited really to impact people's lives, and just, you know, create a little curiosity. I mean, there could be so many takes on what it is. And, you know, it just depends on the individual, you know, who you're talking to. But I think it's your energy that is so important, because people will go, wow, that sounds like you're really, you know, because not too many people are excited about what they do. And you being excited about what you do, you know, will come through in your mannerisms and your voice and your tonality. And that's the key.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Fantastic question, Jennifer. And you've been rocking Blitz and raking in the points. So terrific job to you. Next, we have Miss Alexa Reyes, who's driving home from Taekwondo World Championships. And she's in the car. I have a whole Taekwondo team. These women have yes, they're amazing. So Alexa Reyes, can you chime in and ask your question? It was a really good one.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy, for having us. What 3 activities would you say have directly contributed to your success today?
Oh, well, number one is making the commitment. Just without a doubt, making a commitment that you're going to do it, and telling other people about your commitment, because then it makes you accountable. You're putting your line on. And I think consistency. Just consistently working the business. Every single day. Like what I did is, I talked to at least 5 people a day. And now, and back when I did it, I didn't have all the things that you have, text messaging, all these Facebook, all this stuff. So you could probably talk to 10 if you really wanted to. So I think consistently talking to people, but I always talked about the product and the business. I never just focused on one, because we're offering 2 things. We're offering an incredible business. And let me tell you, a lot of people need an extra $500. They need an extra $1,000. And then, of course, the products are remarkable. And I think sometimes people get so enamored with the products that that's all they focus on, when somebody really, really might need to make a car payment or a house payment or something like that. So consistently talking to people every single day, and, doing it with, really intent. And then following up, of course, with people. And then I always, always set goals for myself. I'm a goal setter, and I set goals every single month, and I achieve my goals no matter what. And because I really believe that the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. If you achieve your goals and you share your goals with people, other people will follow you. So, I could go on and on, but I think there's so many things. It's taking massive action. And I did it like my life depended on it, because it did. Because I had retired Jim, and I had to do it. There was no way out. I had to do it. So I think that intention, the commitment, a consistency of action, and the goal setting and achieving the goals. I achieved my goals. I would not let it go by without achieving my goals. I could go on. And there's other things too. I think many of you probably have families, and getting your family involved is one of the most important things. Angela's done it. You see it, she's with her kids all the time. They could probably do you share, they share. They probably could explain the whole compensation plan. So getting your family involved with you, and doing it in a time where, just sitting down with them at dinner and sharing your goals and your thoughts of what your future is going to look like, and dreaming with your family. See, what would your dream life look like? Where would you like to live? Where would you like to go to school? Where would you like to vacation? Make your kids and family dream, because sometimes they don't do that. And I think it's really important. I always did it at the dinner table, and we did the gratitudes and all that kind of stuff too. But having people dream. And then I shared my goals with my family. So I really want to do this. I know this will change our family's life, and I really need your help. I need you to know that I'm going to be working on Monday and Tuesday night and Thursday nights, and then this night is our time, and this is our time, and really setting those boundaries for the family, and getting them to commit to go for it, and setting a goal for the family. Once you achieve a certain rank or something, that they would get a reward, and you would be surprised. You'll be surprised what your kids do. They'll try to help you. They'll encourage you. Say, well, Mom, what are you doing here? Go on, go to work. So, I think that communication with people is with your family is really important, because that surrounding yourself with that type of energy and that enthusiasm will make a huge difference. I could talk 2 hours on this, so but I just gave you a few of them that came off the top of my head.
Thank you so much.
And never giving up, because let's face it. I built 10 legs. Can you imagine 10 separate legs? And I had legs go away. I had the whole thing go. I had things happen to me, but I never let it get in my way. I just thought, oh, well, I had wall kicking moments, screaming, but then I said, look, I got to go rebuild it. And I faced the facts, and I rebuilt it. It's a business, and you need to treat it like a business, not like a hobby. And, I just think that that's what some people don't do. They don't treat it like a real business. You have $1 million business in your hand. If you can imagine that, you have the ability to earn $1 million, $2 million. Unlimited income. Can you fathom that? Unlimited income. And so it's going to take work, and it really is. And then another really important pointer too is working with people that really want it. I felt like my first 2 years, I wasted so much time working with people that didn't want it. You know, I thought they wanted it. I wanted it for them. I was throwing it down their throat, but just asking them questions and finding out what their goals and their desires are, because, you know, that's what you want them to achieve. If they say what they want to make $1,000 a month, you show them how to make $1,000 a month. And that's pretty easy with our program. So, you know, you show them how to get their, get paid, you know, you share, they share. Then, you know, the next step is go director. And the next step, and then get your people to do that. So, you know, there are so many things that, you know, I could talk about, but, you know, I think it's really is the consistency, never giving up, and really realizing what a gift you have. I mean, what a gift you have with Isogenics. I mean, look at all these beautiful people on the line. You have over 130 people on this line, and we're impacting people's lives.
Yeah, I'm going to yell at the other 170 for not being on tonight.
Well, they're joining. They're still joining.
Well, you know what? And I have to tell you, I love that about enlisting your family, because, you know, my kids have been to Disney 7 times. You know, grandma lives there. And when we were racing for the Disney trip, they were like, oh, come on, I don't want to go to Disney. And you really have to talk to your family about it. And I have to say, look, maybe we've been to Disney, but Ed Golden and his kids, they've never been to Disney, and Deborah's never, and we've got to do it for them. You know, and kids really understand. They got behind it. They were like, yes, let's do it for them. And, you know, and even my husband, he was so great. You know, I'm sure that at times you had to tell Jim, can you give Eric a bath tonight? Because I need to be doing calls. And I think that when you get them involved, they get behind the mission. They get it, and they feel like they're a part of this, you know?
So true. And then you're teaching your children great values. You're teaching them so many things. A lot of parents saying, oh, I'm neglecting my children. You are showing them how to be great leaders. You're teaching them the skills so that they won't learn anywhere, that their mom and dad are doing this. I mean, it is, you got to realize that's what you're teaching them. My son I used to listen to him talk to people. He go, my mom worked so hard. She's amazing. She's this, you know, and he would never say that to me, but I would hear her say it to his friends. So I knew it was impacting him.
Yeah. They'll never say that to you.
No.
We have Lindsay up next asking a question.
Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much.
Hi, Lindsay.
So my question's a little similar to Jen's. It's about moms. I started a Facebook group, a mom's Facebook group, back in November. It's up to 300 members now. We meet every month. We have events every month. So I'm enjoying authentically connecting with different moms and also prospecting sort of at the same time. So I wanted to know, like, a 30-second pitch, or just like painting the visual of, if it comes up in conversation, what would you say?
Well, you know, I think imagine living a life of your dreams, being home with your children, being able to earn the kind of money that you deserve to make. Imagine being able to, you know, take your family on vacations. Imagine being a great role model for your parents. I mean, for your children. I mean, all those things. And mothers are incredible because they're the caregivers of the family. And a lot of them are really, really busy. But you know what? Being a mom, sometimes you don't get all the pats on the back till they get older. You know, and when they get older, it's great. But you know, this gives them self-worth. It gives them purpose. It gives them passion. So imagine having purpose and passion and being great role models for your children and having that extra income so you don't have all that stress on your husband, you know, because, you know, it is, can you imagine the stress on husbands, that the mom can make money too, you know, is really great. And then, of course, the health benefits. I mean, that's what really got me into network marketing was I started on a product very much like Ionics, and it was an adaptogenic product. And I would never have been in network marketing if it wasn't that, because I was so stressed out. I was so tired that 5 o'clock, 15 hour, and, you know, telling them, imagine having a product that makes you happy, it's happy juice and things don't bother you and rolling off your shoulders if you're talking to a mom. You know, imagine giving yourself great nutrition, you know, with few calories, because you're busy and you know you're getting those nutrition. And then what's coming at Celebration, a lot of really exciting things for kids. Oh my gosh, you're going to have so much to talk about. So, I mean, there's so many things to really seed with moms. I mean, they are, if I was building, would be my total focus would be moms, because, you know, they're the best. They're the caregivers, and they want more for their families and themselves, and they're burned out and they're tired. And this will give them that passion, that purpose, and feel great about what they do.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Lindsay. Great question. We have the amazing Vicki.
Hi, Kathy. Can you hear me okay?
I can. Hi, Vicki.
Hi. So you know clearly all of the top leaders in an intimate way, I'm sure, over the years. So if you had to boil down one characteristic that you see amongst all of them as a common thread for their success, what would it be? And how do you see it showing up for them in their business?
The ones that are most successful have a burning desire to change their position in life. And usually that burning desire, you know, they have grit, you know, they're persistent. I find the very best leaders are always the ones that have that burning desire. Like for me, for example, I wanted out of being a hygienist. I did not want to do it anymore. I was going to do whatever it took. I had a burning desire. So, and I think also athletes, people that have been athletes, they're used to the chase, they're used to the run, they're used to that competitive spirit. So athletes, you know, are really, really great too. But I really think if I could say one thing that you're looking for, I'm looking for people with a burning desire. In fact, on all my voicemails and all my training systems that I had, that was my voicemail. Hi, you've reached the office of Kathy Coover. Thank you so much for calling. I'm looking for people with a burning desire to change their position in life. If that's you, leave a message. I can't wait to talk to you. So everybody that would call, because I ran ads back then, because that's how we did it. We didn't have Facebook and Instagram and all those kinds of things. So I ran ads, and that's how I found people. And then people would call that had a burning desire. So really, that's what you're looking for.
Thanks, Kathy.
Fire. You need the fuego.
Yeah, the fire.
Laura Lee, are you here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yes.
take it away.
Hi, Kathy. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, so I'm one who builds this business alongside a career as an occupational therapist. What is the best piece of advice, since you've seen it all, for someone who is building part-time now who wishes to go full-time in the future?
Well, time management is everything for you, you know, because you have a busy schedule. Do you work full-time?
I do. I have full-time hours, yes. I have a much more flexible schedule thanks to Isogenics, but yes.
Yeah. So it's all time management, you know, it's, you know, work, because you have to be consistent with what you're doing as an occupational therapist, and you have to do that with focus. But on your times off, you got to build time in your calendar for talking to new people, to following up, to, you know, to training people. All those things. So time management is so essential for you. And leveraging your team. Network marketing is about leverage. And so you're building out two teams, and who on your team are really, really great at training people on the product? Who on your team are really, really great at explaining the compensation plan? Who on your team are really great about doing presentations? Know their strengths of your captains and work with them. Have them step up to do what they're great at. Because so many times we think we have to do everything. You do not need to do that. I mean, that's how I almost lost it in the beginning, because I thought I had to do everything. I didn't have all the tools that you have. But when I realized I need to find out what people on my team were great at and have them step up, have them coordinate the events. And then I came on, you know, and I did what I was great at. I love to recruit and I love to train. So, you know, it's just finding out what your captain's like and what they're good at, and then leveraging their strengths. And, you know, of course, having things really organized. I mean, with your Facebook groups and your product pages, your business pages, your training, all that, and have things that duplicate. You have to have things that duplicate so that people can watch it over and over. So it's not just about you showing up. And I think that will make a huge, huge difference. And then really working with the people that want it and sharing your goals, casting your vision to people. So look at, I love my career, but my goal, is your goal to retire, or is your goal to keep doing it part-time?
No, my goal is to retire. I mean, I'm building this for the family that I don't have yet as far as children.
Yeah.
So
Okay, good.
I want to do this from home.
Yeah, that's what you need to share. Say, look, I love my career, but I know that I want to have a family someday, and I'm building this alongside so that I can have this when I do have children and I'm ready to let go. And so I'm so excited. So I'm looking for like-minded people that also want to create a side hustle, some great income along with what they're doing, because you never know what's going to happen to you. So you could get hit by a car, you could injure yourself, you could get sick, and you're out of business. And so many people take everything for granted until something happens. And so, sharing that with people too is important. Makes people.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And you know what's cool? When you're building in a binary compensation plan, you should put people to work with people, right? Because unlike other companies, a lot of other companies, you lose people after 4 levels, after 7 levels. In Isogenics, you don't lose anyone ever. So you should incentivize people to work together. You've always taught me that, to partner people up in little teams, because they impact each other.
They do, and they work better that way because then they're held accountable. Teamwork is everything.
Yeah, I love it. So we have Alexis D. Alexis D, are you on?
I'm on. Hi, thank
Hi,
you.
Alexis.
Hello, Kathy. This call's already so amazing. Thank you for this great gift. Quick question. So what can we say or do to incentivize users to become lifers like all of us, where they don't stray, try other cheaper alternatives and the fad diets, and they don't want to share or build?
Get them paid. This new crystal consultant that we introduced is so brilliant. And, I just think that it's so, it opened up the opportunity for a lot more people to participate. It really does, because not everybody can afford to come in with a $600 order, $700 order, $500 order. So, it opens up the opportunity for people to get started. And then what we're seeing from the data that they start ordering other products, but getting them paid is the most important thing. So if I was talking to you, Alexis, I would say, Alexis, look, I know you want to try these products to get great results. And what we found is that if you do it with 2 people, it works better. So who do you know that wants to lose weight, have more energy? Who do you know that wants more performance and might want to have more vitality? And what we're going to do is we're going to get on the phone together and we're going to call them. And I'm going to show them by doing this how you can get the product paid before your credit card comes. And once they get that little win, it really, really works. Because right then, it depends what packs they come in, they can get the products paid for. So I think that is one of the most important things people do. And once they get that win, all of a sudden they get a $200 check or something like that, they go, wow, this is real. Maybe I'll do it again.
Right.
So I think, and really reinforcing the benefits of our products. You'll see at our celebration this year that we're going to be doing a lot of product training, on our products, really to solidify people why they need to take them, why they're better. And then, going to a cheaper product, they won't pay you. You could buy something off of Amazon, but they're not going to pay you for referring other people.
Right.
So, I think that's the best thing.
Great. Thank you. I agree. Get them paid fast.
Get paid fast.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember, Kathy, but Eric Worre at Influencers Summit, he kind of drew this picture for us, and he talked about getting people across the line. And he said, if you want to get a customer from being a customer to a distributor, there are a few things you have to do to get them across the line. And number 1 was getting them paid. And statistics were really ridiculous. Like if you got someone paid, they were 90% more likely to take part in the business. If you got them to an event, that was another thing that got them across that line. Do you remember that?
Oh, I remember it very well.
Yeah.
Very well. And making people dream too. Asking people questions. I think that, asking people, are you happy with your job? Are you making all the money you want? Are you able to provide for your family like you really, really want to? And just asking them questions, getting to know them, building that relationship. is so important, and you won't believe what people will tell you. I mean, they'll tell you more than you probably want to know, but it's that relationship, and that's what's important, is asking them questions and showing them how they can fill it with Isogenics.
Yeah, digging really deep, asking the uncomfortable stuff. But that's why the associate interview is such a great tool, and we also have like qualifying questions. It's really important to kind of dig down, because it really is more than just about drinking shakes.
Yep, yeah, exactly.
So we have Diana. Diana, are you on? And Lizzie.
I'm here. Lizzie.
She's probably muted.
Go for it.
Okay, so my question you kind of answered already. What do you say to your team members to keep them motivated? To keep them motivated in the business? Some people start out strong and then they kind of, get bored with it or whatever, and they want to back out.
Yeah, well, it's really finding out what their goals are, what their desires are, what they want for their family, what they're looking for, and keeping it in front of them. I mean, if you could have seen my office, I had my goals everywhere. So they should put their goals in front of them, keep it, and put it, I mean, I watched Emily Vavra when she was in London, and she was telling the story how she had stick-it notes in every single drawer. I want to make $500. Then when she did that, she changed it. I'll make $1,000. Then she changed it. But keeping people's goals in front of them, keeping them motivated, getting them to events, because events really seal the deal. They do. They'll see people up there and they go, wow, if that gal can do it, I can do it. Or if that guy can do it, I can do it. So I think it's keeping them at events, keeping them alive, keeping their goals in front of them, keeping in contact with them, doing calls like this, getting people on them. They'll hear motivation. They'll hear other people that are having success, and they'll get fired up. And then one thing that Lindsay Wynia does, I think, is she said, this one lady said, well, I'm working really hard. She said, will you do me a favor and take me a picture of your Outlook calendar for the week? And she said she took a picture of her Outlook calendar and there's nothing booked. So she hadn't booked appointments. She wasn't doing the do. So sometimes you just have to help people, help people create their story, help them make them better, especially if they really, really want it. You've got to work with them and make them great. Practice. Tell me what you're saying to people. Tell me your story. Tell me what your goals are, why you are doing this, because your why will draw people to you. It's that energy that you have. Like I met this one lady. Oh my gosh, I went to this event at Trudy Maples had, and there was this lady up there, and she was drowning in debt, just totally drowning in debt. And so what Trudy had her do, and she had her put all of her debt on this board. And she said, okay, so our goal is to get you out of debt. So as she started making money, then she crossed off that debt. Then she went to the next one. She crossed off that debt. And she's gotten herself totally out of debt because of Isogenics, because she kept it in front of her. Get out of debt. And then she started empowering other people. Look, I found a way to get out of debt, to not have that stress, and to be able to live the life I really want to live. And then she's attracted all these people that wanted to get out of debt. And now she's her number 4 income earner in her group. And, it was just amazing to her. This is still keeping in front of them, doing the vision boards, doing that. But it's really making it come real with that debt thing. It's just putting them out, crossing them off. I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah.
I know you're a big fan, Kathy, of the belly to belly and the home parties and really always getting in front of people. Can you say a little bit about that? Because I know a lot of times a lot of people from my team, they will put up a post and they won't get a hit on the post, and then they won't have any conversations that day. And I'm a firm believer that if you're not speaking to 3 people a day about Isogenics, you're not really growing your business. So talk to me about getting in front of people. What are some lead sources? Where are some places that they can meet people? Because we really want people to understand that being a professional network marketer is not putting up a post on Facebook. It's getting your butt out there and talking and meeting people and connecting.
Yeah, absolutely. You said the whole thing right there. But I mean, you need to book time to get out of the house. If you are working this business full time, whatever you do, don't just sit behind the computer. Get out of the house, socialize, take care of yourself, take some yoga classes. I mean, go to a gym, talk to people at the gym, go to social events. I mean, if there's seminars in your area, there's a lot of seminars in people's areas, and go to the seminars and meet like-minded people. But you always have to be connected. There's meetup groups on Facebook that you can meet up, go hiking, whatever you love to do, reach out and do that. That socialization is so important because, if you like to hike or you like to play tennis, get in with people like that. That's a great audience. And then wear your gear and take your products with you. And people are going to, well, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm drinking my E-Shot, or I've got my, Amp Nitro I'm drinking. Because people ask me when I go to the gym, what's that pink stuff you're drinking? It's Amp Nitro. And, so it just, you have to raise the conversation, compliment people that deserve it. Don't just go out complimenting people. Like if you see somebody at the gym that looks really good, wow, you look incredible. What are you doing? What do you do for supplementation? Just talk to people. It's fun, and that's how you meet people. Go to Starbucks and meet people. Sit there and have your shakeout or have your bottle of Ionics. People are going to come by and say, what is that? I remember one time I did that. We went to a restaurant and had a big bottle of Ionics, and more people came by, and we were pouring it out, and people came by, what is that? Because you were so intrigued by it. So you just have to be creative. And you can go in teams. You can go with one of your team members to do that too.
Yeah, we used to make tank tops for the team that said, lose weight now, ask me how. I mean, you can walk around with like a big pin on your shirt. It doesn't matter what you do. Just get out there and do it. So do we have Diana on? Diana had a question, and Jamie Guggenheim. And we got to make it quick because our team call is starting. 3, 2, 1. No takers. Kathy, I love you so much.
I love you too, Angela. So good to see you.
Great to see you. Last piece of advice. There's going to be ups. There's going to be downs. Vicki put up a great post, and she said, I have had 180 freaking conversations. 0 enrollments, but 180 conversations. She's like, and I feel so good about that because I'm doing the do. So what do you say to somebody if they've taken a dip, or if they haven't had an enrollment, or if they're feeling funky? I know you blast Rihanna in the car. I know you do. I do. But you know what? It's just the more you talk to people, the better you get. You perfect your practice makes perfect. And if you haven't had any enrollments, or you haven't had anybody rank advance, just be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for your team, but then focus on positive things. I mean, it's just like somebody's out there waiting for you to say yes, just to say, I'm interested in Isogenic. So never, ever give up. Remember, like I said in the beginning, you have the biggest gift in your hand. Tell stories. Tell stories about other people when you're engaging in conversation. And if you've had that many no's, you might want to think about what am I saying? Maybe I need to tweak it a little bit. You might want to run up, like let's say if you had talked to 100 people and everybody said no, what I would do personally, I say, look, maybe I need to tweak something. You can, just tweak it a little bit. And it might just turn the ball rolling again. So, work with your sponsor and see how you can, practice with them and just see if there's something that you're missing. And I think, just. I love 3-way phone calls. Like, if I suck at enrolling, I'm going to the best enroller on the team and I'm going to say, can you help me? If I stink at doing like launch parties, I'm going to say, can you team up with me? Because you're so amazing at doing these events. Like, learn. Nowadays, like, we don't need an encyclopedia. You can literally Google everything. And the culture of Isogenics, people are so amazing. Anyone and everyone would be willing to help you get better.
That is so true. And if you know someone that's like at the leadership event at Celebration, I'm doing the leadership event, and I have a panel of this one gal that enrolled, I think, 200 or 300 people. So I'm saying, what are you saying? What are you doing? Tell them, because she must have some magic something that she's saying, and it could be just a tiny bit. Yeah. She's doing a little bit different. So sometimes you just have to change things up. Yeah. And, someone's out there waiting for you. I'm just telling you. And ask for referrals from people. I mean, I'm sure that's something that we always forget, but I was a master at asking for referrals. And that's how I found my best people. So don't forget to ask for referrals.
Give me some quick verbiage on asking for a referral. I'm at my hairdresser. She has no interest in Isogenics. How do I ask her for a referral?
Well, just say, look, you know what? You have built an amazing business. You must be so proud of yourself. And then just let it sink in. And she'll go, well, yeah, I have, and just say, I just started my own business and I really need some help. Ask for help. I really need your help. Do you know anybody that's interested in pursuing a side hustle or a small business, or anybody that's interested in losing weight, having more energy, endurance, making an additional income stream? Do you know anybody like that that has a burning desire? Because she asked you for referrals? They always do. So just ask your people for referrals. Maybe you could help me. I just started my own business, and I know you know everybody. You know anybody that's looking to lose weight, need more energy, performance, might want to make an extra income stream. And then just shut up and let them talk.
Ed's favorite line, then just shut up and listen. People in Texas got offended when he stood on stage. He said, and then just shut up and let them talk.
Right. No, that's true though. People talk too much. And then it goes right over their head.
Yeah, and I think being a great network marketer is becoming a really good listener. And it's not going out there and being like, Isogenics on everyone, but listening for the pain points, being a catalyst for help, for change. And you got to start talking less and maybe listening a little more. And if, listen, that person might not be right for you. They might be negative. I mean, you don't want to recruit everyone. You want people that are wonderful and fit into the Isogenics culture. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Angela, for your leadership and all you do. So proud of you. And what a beautiful, beautiful team.
Thank you so much, Kathy. I love you. We will
love you too.
We'll see you in Nashville first.
Okay. All right. Bye-bye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.